You know, I have 2 rolls of quarters left here, and this is what I basically do periodically. I'll go down to the bank, I'll get some quarters, dimes, just by fluke. And just right now, third to last roll, found a 68 silver quarter, which is great. And that's not even the dimes. I happen to have gotten some see-through ones from 2 different banks, and there's literally a silver dime there. There's a silver dime there, and there's a silver dime in here as well, right there. I'm not going to open those until later on tonight because I want to know what coins they could possibly be. Also, I'll have the bank teller save me like large nickel dollars. This is like the very first year, 1968. Some of these are just in like miraculous condition. So, see what I mean? The 68 nickels were nickel, but some of the quarters were made out of silver, but they were 50%. It's quite interesting to see stuff like that. So I also have found a couple of colorized falcons, the more difficult one to find out of the colorized. I'm pretty sure it's like Nature's, like National Nature's. One has a whale. I found the colorized one, and the other one has the bison. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be an upgrader in my album, so that's going to be pretty sweet. Found some colorized maple leaves, Canadian maple leaf. I mean, not maple leaf, Canadian flag to commemorate the 50th anniversary of it, and it's quite sweet. So there's 2 of those, a couple colorized men's hockey. Found an extra dime and a quarter, so that's going to make that about my grand total of 1535 so far. But I want to see what's in here. I have 2 rolls left. They're kind of a little heavy, so I'm wondering if I could possibly squeeze out one more silver quarter. I highly doubt it, but hey, it's worth a shot. So what I'll usually do is I'll put the coins out like that. And usually silver refracts light, like it absorbs it more rather than it were being like a mirror reflecting back to you with like chrome. Like I can spot the nickel ones right here. This one's a nickel 68, so I do stuff like that. Here's American quarter, 2018. This one I believe is called Voyagers. It has the loon on it. Not seeing much of anything else, but usually I'll go through it, search for colorized quarters, commemoratives, NFICs, stuff like that. Sometimes I'll take the 1999s, and then I'll flip them around. And I'll sometimes see if they're like rotated dies, mules where it doesn't have the 25 cents. Stuff like that. It doesn't take me long to go through a roll of quarters, but I'm assuming that there's nothing in this one, so and there was exactly the amount. I always keep track of every single quarter that I take out of a roll or get shorted. Then like that, takes me no time at all to go through them. So I have one more roll here. This one's the heaviest out of them all. And the reason why I weigh them is because the heavier they are, the more nickel, American, or even up change could be in them. So this one weighs 84.8 grams. As of like a regular roll of quarters, if they're modern, should weigh about 180 to 179. So let's see what's in the last one. There's probably going to be an American, I'm guessing. That's what I see right there. There's an American right there from 84. Then I'll usually go through them. And that's how it's usually done. Nothing more, nothing less. I usually can go through something like this relatively quickly. I'm not seeing much commemoratives, but it makes me guess that That quarter might be an extra, so 1 second. And that's what it exactly was. That's what was weighing it down, was that extra quarter. Because I was looking at the quarters, and I noticed all of them were pretty much modernized. There was nothing pretty old or standout-ish, but this is what I basically do. It's quite exciting, so that's going to bring my grand total up to 1560 now, which is pretty good in my personal opinion. And it's always great to find stuff like this. So this is going to make silver quarter 57, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sweet. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little bit of a video that I make. This is going to be for my YouTube channel and Facebook, just so I can show people what I find on the basis. And I'm not even through the dimes yet, which I still have about 4 silver dimes from what I can see. 1 right there, 2, 3, and 4. So finding silver in quarters and dimes is pretty awesome. But before I go, I've also do nickel hunts quite regularly. And here is a pretty uncirculated 1963 nickel. I've been finding these like crazy. Not only did I find a nice 1963, I also found a proof 64, because it's got kind of like that cameo going on in the back. And I also happen to have found a 65 proof like nickel. It's got that cameo going on in the back too, so that's how I know that these are proof like nickels. So yeah, pretty awesome, I would say. Pretty sweet that I could find stuff like this.